Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. So there's some new reports. We're going to go through the news and make some comments after. So naturally pained by last week's stunning developments in the case of his missing 10-month-old daughter, Sarayah, and her mother, Toshyna Patterson, parliamentarian Philip PAULWell on Saturday said his heart is heavy with sadness and expressed hope that the individuals now charged with their kidnapping and murder be punished to the fullest extent of the law. The past few weeks have been extremely difficult for me as I grappled with the abduction of my daughter and her mother. The Member of Parliament for Kingston East and Port Royal said in a statement. I am heartbroken that the worst has happened, he said, adding that he had prayed unceasingly for their safe return. Last Friday, Leota Bradshaw, a U.S. Navy petty officer with whom PAULWell sired a now 8-year-old child, appeared in the Supreme Court after being charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnap, 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, and 2 counts of capital murder. According to the Crown, Bradshaw, after learning about the existence of PAULWell's 10-month-old daughter on September the 5th, contacted Patterson on Facebook and informed her that she was PAULWell's spouse and advised Patterson that a DNA test should be done to determine the paternity of the child. After the brief exchange, Patterson blocked Bradshaw from her account, the prosecution said, adding that Bradshaw, who lives overseas, traveled to Jamaica the very next day, September the 6th, for the sole purpose of killing Toshyna Patterson and the young child shared with her spouse. The Crown also alleged that Bradshaw, through her cousin and co-accused Roland Balfour, contracted men to kidnap and murder Patterson and Sarayah. Balfour has been charged with 2 counts of accessory before the fact to the kidnapping and 2 counts of accessory before the fact to murder. In the meantime, 2 other men, Rasheen Miller and Richard Brown, are to appear before the court later this month in relation to the charges against them in this matter. Brown has been charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnap, 2 counts of kidnapping, counts of murder. Miller, a 29-year-old air conditioning technician, has been charged with 2 counts of accessory before the fact to kidnapping and 2 counts of accessory before the fact to murder. According to prosecutors, Bradshaw met with Miller and Brown to arrange for the kidnappings and murders. The original plan was to kidnap Patterson and the baby from their home. Bradshaw, prosecutors told the court, paid the men the equivalent of 100,000 Jamaican dollars as a down payment for the execution of the crime. The remainder of the funds, 400,000, was to be paid after the completion of the deal. Prosecutors said on Saturday, September the 9th, Bradshaw placed several calls and conversed with Patterson with a view to lure her away from the premises. Afterwards, arrived at Patterson's home at approximately 7 a.m. that day. Evidentiary material shows Patterson exiting her premises and entering an SUV parked at her gate along with her baby. Evidentiary material shows that she remained in this vehicle for over 15 minutes. The vehicle then drove off and left the area approximately 7:22 a.m. Patterson and Sarayah never exited the vehicle prior to its leaving. The prosecutor told the presiding Supreme Court judge, Justice Simone Wolf Rees, on Friday. The Crown's case is that Bradshaw took Patterson to Stony Hill in the vicinity of the home where she and Bradshaw was staying, handed over Patterson and her young child to Brown and other individuals who are yet to be apprehended. After this, Patterson and her young child were taken to Warwick Hills, where they were SHOT and KILLED, and their bodies burned, the court was told. In his statement on Saturday, PAULWell said nothing could have prepared him for the events that unfolded last week, Thursday, that anyone could murder a mother and innocent baby is unimaginable. And my heart is heavy with sadness, he said. I am praying for Toshyna's family, who I know are experiencing the unbearable grief and pain of losing their beloved daughter and granddaughter. As a human being, father, lawyer, and legislator, I am hoping that all who were involved are brought to justice and punished to the fullest extent of the law. The legislator said he has been in constant dialogue with the police and has cooperated fully with the investigation. I cannot comment on the investigations nor matters before the court, but I wish to thank the police for their tireless work, he said, and express gratitude to the many Jamaicans who have been generous in their prayers, as well as their kind and thoughtful expressions of love, support, and solidarity for him and his family. From the statement issued by Philip PAULWell, let me know what are your thoughts. Was there any issue of paternity prior to all of this happening? He said, my daughter. Was there a DNA test in the process before all of this transpired? And when you go to register a child, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not able to put somebody's name on your child's birth certificate unless the father is present. The father has to give consent for his name to be used on the child's birth certificate, right? Unless, of course, you're married, you can do that without getting the spouse to be present. Let me know if this can be done without the person's permission. So obviously, he must have accepted this child as his daughter. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section. There's a section in the news that said that the vehicle stayed outside of Toshyna's home for 15 minutes. Why do you think the vehicle was sitting out there for 15 minutes? What could have caused the delay? Was someone trying to delay the arrival at the second location? Or was there, just friendly banter going on? How are you? The baby looks pretty. What is she doing now? She's 10 months. What is she doing? Is she walking? Is she saying any words as yet? What was that banter like? Was it a friendly banter? Or was it something like, I'm here for you? You stepped out of bounds. What was it like? Now, X, Y, and Z. We don't know who was in that vehicle. Let me know your thoughts. Was it a friendly banter going on in there? Or do you think it's the total opposite? Thank you for joining me on this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Take care of yourself and others. Bye for now. See you on the next video.